Well, hello friends, welcome back to the shop. Today is Sunday, October 1st, and it is 45 degrees here in eastern Pennsylvania. I guess we're going to have some fall weather. That's 45 Fahrenheit. Thank God, because if it was 45, well, anyway. Hope you're all doing well. I am just about to light up this pipe, and I will tell you what is in it in just a moment. So this is my little Dr. Gray bow that I restored. I think it's a Duke. And I am smoking Mixture 79, and more on that in a few moments. It's been a little while since I've had this. I was smoking some nearly every day, but when I went to this once a week habit, it's harder to fit things into the rotation, and this just hasn't been one that's made the cut for me recently. But it's quite good. I enjoy it. I know it's a blend that you either love or hate, but I enjoy it. And I've got a rather small pipe today because I'm cheating. Because I actually had a cigar yesterday, and I said I was only going to smoke once a week. I figure a small pipe and a cigar is, close enough. And I've allowed myself to do that a few times, to be honest, but I haven't gone beyond that, and I don't intend to. There's really no need. It just, I like to have a pipe when I'm talking to you guys, and I do like to have a cigar now and then, so that's just the way it's been working out. And the coffee's good today. So, just a quick update for those of you that, well, probably most of you don't know. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably got a little bit of the story. I had a rather interesting week last week. Last Sunday, so a week ago today, I had essentially a recurrence of the blood clot problem that I had back in August. Turned out to be a very minor problem. I mean, it was never very serious, but the doctors decided to be extremely cautious and wound up admitting me to the hospital on basically early Monday morning after spending the Sunday evening in the ER. And they would not let me leave until Wednesday afternoon, late Wednesday afternoon. They just wanted to get the medications correct and, just monitoring things and all of that. But it was kind of silly to me because I felt really bad for about 20 minutes, which is why I wound up going to the ER. After that passed, I was feeling normal, and there didn't really seem to be any need for me to be under constant observation, but I guess it's best to listen to the doctors. They generally know what's best for their patients, but of course always get a second opinion. So that led to an interesting week. It just happened to coincide with our 19th wedding anniversary, which was on Tuesday. So my wife and I wound up having a very romantic dinner in a hospital room. I was eating hospital food, she was eating hospital cafeteria food, and the people in the family of the person in the next bed watched. So it was It was a very interesting evening. But I did get on Wednesday. Like I said, I was feeling absolutely fine. We wound up going out to dinner Wednesday night to make up for that, and it was quite a nice evening. So, the fact of the matter is, I know I haven't been on in a bit. This is the first time I've been in the shop since the last time I made a video, so I'm really far behind in the work I've been doing here, and you know, just gonna have to try to get caught up. But since I got out of the hospital, I've been, you know, just dealing with the medication and trying to kind of ease back into normal. It's not that there was anything significantly wrong or bothering me. It's just that it really screwed everything up. I got really far behind at work and just have to juggle things. So, but I'm good. Fantastic, actually. Really can't complain at all. So, all good stuff. So why Mixture 79 today? Well, I've thought a lot about whether or not I want to talk about this next thing, and I think I do. And I hope you will hear me out on this, because I know some of you may not necessarily agree with what I'm going to start to say here. But the reason I'm smoking Mixture 79 is in honor of the passing of Mr. Hugh Hefner, who died, I believe, at the age of 92 this week. Now, I know Hugh Hefner is a polarizing figure, and in fact he's probably more to the negative side than polarizing. But and he's done a lot of things in his lifetime that I personally wish he hadn't, and that I think have not been good things. He certainly has contributed to the objectification of women. He certainly has contributed to the ridiculous growth in the pornography industry, and generally has, you know, made some less than stellar contributions to society. But you got to admit, the guy led a very, very unique life and did something, what's the word? He did something grand with his life, and in a sense, whether it be for better or worse, he changed the world. And I think there's something to admire in that. Not to emulate, but to admire. And for that reason, I am enjoying what turns out to have been his tobacco of choice, and honoring the fact that we have lost a pipe smoker. I remember being very young, and this was in the early 70s, so I was born in 66, so I was probably 7, 8 years old maybe. And I don't know if it was being produced at that time or if it was a rerun, but there was a show on that was, I don't know, it was basically like a visit with Hugh Hefner. I don't remember the name of the show. I'm sure it had Playboy in it somehow or the other, and his name. But it was done in a way where you were like visiting his penthouse apartment, and he was having a cocktail party, and all these celebrities would be there, and he would just be circulating among them, wearing his smoking jacket and holding a sleek billiard and puffing on his pipe and just having a good time, and there was music, and I remember watching this thinking, you know, wow, this is really something. This guy knows how to live, and or whatever 6-year-old me would have thought of such a thing. I'm sure I didn't use those words, but you know, it was just presenting this cool, carefree, happy lifestyle that he tried to emulate, what he called the Playboy lifestyle. And of course there was a lot of bad that went along with that, but yeah, it's hard not to have in some way been influenced by the cultural changes that he helped introduce. And again, I'm not saying they're good, I'm just saying that they had an impact. Of course, years later, by the time I was old enough to actually understand what Playboy was all about, the magazine, Hugh Hefner had sort of become a character of himself. He, you know, by that point, that whole thing had passed on, and you know, other magazines were rising up that were much worse than, you know, what Playboy was. And yeah, it was, I guess, sort of the beginning of his decline, if you will, although I'm sure that he never thought he declined, because he just continued to live the dream, in his opinion. So anyway, like I said, it's a matter of honoring a lost pipe smoker and nothing more. I'm using matches today because since I'm smoking so infrequently, I can't seem to keep my lighters maintained anymore. Every time I pick one up, it won't light. So this butane one, it's got gas. I just cannot get the darn thing to light today. So, matches to the rescue. So, I don't have much in the way of shop updates. Like I said, I haven't been in the shop since last time we spoke. As I said last time, I've got a few things planned, kind of ongoing. And I do have a giveaway coming up. It's just tidying up a few things for that. So please stay tuned for more content that doesn't involve me sitting here rambling. Hopefully you'll enjoy that. So with that, I am going to draw this video to a close. I hope you've all had a great weekend and are looking forward to a great week ahead. And I hope you're taking care of yourself and your friends and family. And until we speak again, I will look forward to talking to you all again very soon. Goodbye now.